Well, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? This is a 12-part series where we go in $100,000 increments. Yeah, $100,000 increments, all the way up to $1 million. And then we wrap it up with two final episodes of 1.5 and under, and then $2 million and under. And through this series, not only do we hope to help you answer the question, can I find something I love within my budget, but we also want to share with you how to make the best use of the MLS search function on your free account at reloadedbaja.com. So join us today as we go through that scenario. As in, what are we doing today? We're doing the $200,000 to $300,000 price point is what we're looking at. And well, grab your cup of coffee and have some fun. So if you'd like to join me while I go along with this, what I want you to do is go to reloadedbaja.com, and I'll share my screen real quick here. Go to reloadedbaja.com, and don't be afraid to create an account, guys. If you haven't already created one, I really encourage you to do so. The information that is shared with you or asked of you on that as you create your account is exclusively shared with my team and I. That's it. No one else uses this information. We don't sell it. We don't share it with anybody else. And it's designed exclusively for us to reach out directly to you as quickly as possible. My goal as your real estate Sherpa here in Baja Sur is to help make sure every step you take is a solid one. And I know that getting answers as quickly as possible is important to you. So if you do email us, my goal is to reach out to you within 24 hours or less when it comes to an email. If you call or you text me, I should reply immediately, if not within the hour. Obviously, if I'm recording like right now, it'll give me an hour or less, and I'll be right there with you. So with that said, guys, when you get to reloadedbaja.com, you're going to go to the MLS search. You're going to click on property search, and that will open up this page over here. And what I've already done is I've added in a little bit of search criteria. For example, here on this one, you could type in or select one of the existing curated cities or locations, areas, if you would, okay, or just leave it as is, which is what I did, Baja California Sur. Remember, the MLS covers the entire state of Baja California Sur as far as low as Los Cabos, okay, and as far north as Santa Rosalia, Mulegé on the Sea of Cortez, San Juanico, which is Scorpion Bay, over on the Pacific side. And that's thanks to all the folks agents and brokers that are part of the Los Cabos MLS. So that's basically the area that we cover. I mean, as you can see from here, from Santa Rosalia to the state border is not very far. And we don't really cover this area right here, which is the reserve biosphere of El Vizcaíno. Okay, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Vizcaíno. So we don't really cover that area there. But Rosalia down to Los Cabos on the Sea of Cortez, and from San Juanico, Scorpion Bay, down to Los Cabos. That's basically everything we cover from the Pacific to the Sea of Cortez. So again, in this example, we're doing 200,000 to 300,000. We want to add that little $1 to it because in our last episode we did from $101 to $101,001 to $200,000. So we don't want to repeat what we saw last time at the $200,000 range. Now, I want you guys to see something here. I'm not putting in any bedrooms or any baths. And under the More tab, I left it all as is. And with that said, there's 363 total results. That's just a lot. It's too many. And my goal is to do these episodes and not really take longer than an hour, spending no more than about 5 minutes per property. So, 10 properties with a little 5-minute introduction is the idea. So with that said, we need to refine this. So as I go down to 2 bedrooms, come on, work for me here, and bring it down to 3 bedrooms. This should get reduced, which it did, down to 240 results. And then we add in, under view description, we add in ocean. And this brings it down to 115. Now, the reality is, guys, there is a lot of inventory, and I really want to underscore that. There is a lot of inventory here in the $200,000 to $300,000 price point that I cannot go over with you in just 1 hour. So I've pre-selected a lot of these properties. If you're interested in any in having us curate a customized search specifically for you, please let me know. Reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to do that. I want to make sure that you turn over every stone and that you feel satisfied, that you've done your best to look for every property that may be of high interest to you, and then work it down from there. I don't want you to walk away feeling like, what if, did I not look? Was there something that I missed? And that's what this is all about, right? So again, we're at 115. And remember, you can use the map function like I'm going to show you right now. If I zoom in like this, oops, I don't know why it's doing that, but if it does it to you, don't fret, just scroll back up. All right, so in this example, I'm going to scroll down. See, there's nothing in the Santa Rosalia, nothing in the Mulegé, nothing in the San Juanico area. But as I move down to Loreto, and this starts to peak right here, now I have one result, right? And that's what we looked at right over here. This is in Loreto. Let's take a look at this one. And just so you can see the map, again, I always recommend you to use the hybrid function. And the times that we've looked at these before, I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible, because when we did this last month in our last our first cycle one, if you would, of this series, we discovered that there are some properties right here next to this baseball court. There's a park right there, baseball park field. There's a nice little park right here that you can go do some exercise on as well. And if you follow in the main road right here, this will take you pretty much along the cathedral, which is located right here, the original mission of Loreto, and take you straight to the Malecon and the Sea of Cortez. That's what this little road does right here. And we looked at some properties that are fairly brand new construction right around this area already here before. So, this is a really great location. Loreto's really small, guys. This is it right here. I mean, literally, you could walk from here to there in about 10 minutes, easily to the marina, which is right there. Not too far at all. The international airport's right over here. And, the more tourist area that was originally designed to be a tourist area is over here in Nopolo. This is where you find some hotels. And still, this is yet to be all developed. Loreto's very small and has a lot of growth. So this is a destination that a lot of folks like to come to because they feel, the expats that live here, they feel like, this is what Cabo used to be like 30 years ago and stuff like that, right? So, but for you, if you want to look at a destination that's still quiet, that's still very up and coming, Loreto is definitely it. And as far as the destination is concerned, this is a phenomenal destination for nature lovers. You're basically in a national park, which is this 5 islands that you have right here: the diving, the fishing, the snorkeling. It is just amazing. The flora, the fauna. It's just like, what can I tell you? It's gorgeous. I lived there for about a year, and we go back there. My wife and I, Carla, we go back there at least once a year to enjoy the destination. So this property here, as you can see, it's fairly long. It goes from this point to this point here, and that's the depth. It has a very large parcel of land that I believe that the folks who edified this, who built this, they kind of made it as a landing spot because it isn't like per se a home, as you could clearly tell. I mean, here's a bed, here's a sofa. It's an open area, just like that. I mean, it's not really. It's like, hey, we're going to Loreto and we have a place to crash, to land at or something. I don't know. So with that said, a very interesting place here. 2 bedrooms, 4 baths, 5,100 square feet. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how they measure that square footage. I don't know if this building itself ends up the whole 5,164. It does have access to a rooftop patio. They might be counting that in there. But as you can see, you have plenty of vehicle space here in this L-shaped palapa as well. And if we go back one image, let me see. There's a garage right here in addition to this vehicle entrance. There it is right there. So it's quite an interesting property. I would argue that you're buying more the land with this construction for you to really kind of just work around it. Built in 2020, 6,700 the property taxes will be reassessed, guys. So don't pay too much attention to that. And the lot size here, 4,000 square meters is an acre. They marked this down right there as a 0.119 of an acre. We're looking at 440 odd square meters, a little bit more than that. That's a decent size. Uh, there it is. I think this is the square footage of the lot is what they're talking about here. Um, AC square footage is 2690. That gives us a better, more accurate reading there. So yeah, this is being sold in pesos primarily. 5 million pesos is what we're looking at. So right now at the current exchange rate, I would argue that it is less than this. Okay. And that's a perfect example because at the time of this filming, exchange rates are closer to like 18.5, 18.4, right around there. And it says right here, USD price will be determined by the current exchange rate at the time of the purchase. So this is a perfect example how if we're dealing with a Mexican national and you're buying in pesos, you could actually negotiate a better deal. I mean, again, in dollars, this is not 5 million pesos is not 250,000. So we'd have to double check that right there with the exchange rate, guys. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this one is now, and as we continue down, looking down right here on the map, we do this. You see how these start to pop up? And that's what I did to select these. We looked at all of these. So we're going to be looking at these together. Let's see here. How did it, there's something like that. So let's look at the next one. Oh, and remember, when you click on these little circles, these will pop up just like that. And it makes it easier to kind of see certain areas, which is what I did earlier to select these properties. And when you do this, you can go ahead and scroll through the photographs, for example. All right. So let's move on to this one. This is in the Pacific side. It's about 45 minutes away from La Paz. Let's take a better look at the map here. And we've looked at this one before. Okay. So last month when we, in cycle one of can I find something I love within my budget, we looked at this property. It almost looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere because it almost is, right? But here is La Paz, and you take Highway 1, all right? As you come north on your way north, right about here, there's going to be these turnoffs. You see that? Right here. And these roads will lead you down to this area here, all right? There's a little town right here. It's all agriculture. This is another little town right here. Here's where the actual streets are at and whatnot. I think it's called Reforma Agraria. And this is the actual road that you would take to the Highway 1. Don't let that scare you at all. This is actually about 45-minute drive, at most maybe an hour to get to this property here. And, if you're looking for that rural experience, you definitely got it. Oceanfront, pretty much property here. Look at this. They've already edified this part of the building. This is a rendering of what they believe it would look like. They didn't finish it off. Here it is. You can finish it off and have it be whatever you like. If you want to have an oceanfront, fisherman's home, or maybe you're not a fisherman, maybe you like to surf or something, maybe you just like to look at the ocean and be out in the middle of, by yourself, basically, not in the middle of nowhere, but very close to it. This will be an up and coming area. See, this is a surfable beach. You see what I'm talking about right here? That's a flat beach, sandy bottom. You can see how that goes out there. Look at those waves right there. See that? Very interesting. And you can see the whales go by so easily right here. Again, waves, waves, waves. I believe it's surfable. I think that guy's got a surfboard in his hands. See what the description has to share with us. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1 half bath, 1,800 square feet. Welcome to your slice of paradise in La Conquista Agraria. Conquista Agraria is the name of that little town that I was pointing out a moment ago. Nestled along the breathtaking Pacific North Coast, this nearly finished beachfront home offers 65 plus feet of pristine shoreline where you can wake up to the soothing sounds of the ocean and enjoy spectacular sunsets. The home is electrically wired and structurally ready with hurricane impact windows, sinks, and tabs already on site, just waiting for installation. Additional features include an 11,000-liter cistern tank for water storage. So again, water is going to be coming from the local agrarian area that you have right there. There's local wells. You call in a pipa. That's what they're called here, and you can get water delivered easy peasy. It won't be an issue. And a septic system in place as well. This is a rare opportunity to customize your dream coastal retreat exactly as you envision it. Don't miss out. Secure this incredible property before it's gone. It is 6 million pesos is what they're asking for on that one. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one, as you can see, I've already got the map up on this one. Let's go to the hybrid. This is in La Paz, clearly. And, we've looked at properties. We've looked at properties in this area right here before. This is the north end of La Paz. You can see the Malecon is right here. The Malecon, for those of you that are joining us for the first time, this is the famous La Paz boardwalk that just seems to go on 4 miles all the way north, all the way over here, basically. And you can enjoy it walking, biking, skateboarding, roller skating, whatever you like to do, jogging, running, exercise. It's phenomenal. It's beautiful walk in the sunrise or sunsets. It's phenomenal. Now, this is a little hillside right here. And last time we took a look at this little development, this little half crescent shaped property. And now we're looking at a property that's right over here. Okay. Now, this elevation that it has and the fact that it's facing basically southwest in this example, you're going to have wonderful sunsets, by the way, with this one. Just gorgeous sunsets. So let's take a look at this. Now, this is an older build. Some folks might want to do a little bit of updating to it, but this is all solid wood carpentry. You got the granite countertops. Looks like electrical appliances. Electric, better said. And there's your view. Now, this particular condo seems to be almost at the level of the amenities, which is not bad. I mean, easy access in and out. You can act like it's your own pool pretty much. And you have views of the La Paz Bay right here, which is really sweet. Oh, look at that. You can't quite see it maybe on your screen, but that is a little iguana. And I believe it's a live iguana. That doesn't seem to be a fake one. There it is. So depending on how you orient your sofa, you could be looking out and having a nice view of the La Paz Bay. There it is again. There's that iguana. This is already prepared for a washer and dryer. You can have nowadays here in the Baja Sur, we use these 2-in-1 washer dryers. The same machine does the drying, does the washing, or you could do a stackable depending on the size. So solid wood carpentry, large format ceramic tiles. This is also natural stone right there of vanities and sinks. That gives you a good sense of your balcony space. And here's the common area pool. Yeah, there's that iguana I was talking about. You have a little gym. 280,000, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, just over 1,000 square feet. Let's see if there's any details we're missing. Enjoy breathtaking ocean and city views from sunset condominiums in Colina del Sol, where every sunset becomes an unforgettable moment. Located in a well-appointed building with a pool, gym, elevators, cisterns, and gated access, this condo offers the perfect balance of luxury, convenience, and security. An excellent investment opportunity for vacation rentals or a dream home in a prime location. Schedule your showing today. I would agree. It's a great location, truly, and you could definitely use this for long-term or short-term rentals. They don't mention what the HOA is on this one. All right, let's move on to the next one. So as we're moving south, I'll go back to the map. I ended up selecting something right here in the El Sargento La Ventana area. At this point, we covered something in Loreto. We covered over here Reforma Agraria, which is about a 45-minute to an hour drive from the La Paz area. You would have to go through the capital city. There is an international airport there. And we did cover something just now in La Paz. And now we're headed over to this side on the Sea of Cortez at the La Ventana El Sargento area. Let's see on the map. If I'm not mistaken, this is almost right in the middle. Yeah, here's El Sargento. La Ventana is a little farther south. Yeah, so this is not too far right after you enter El Sargento right here, because it does go a little more north, as you can see, El Sargento. And this is like the more populated section of El Sargento. Yeah, so this is a great location. I mean, you're really like one block off the main road. You're not that far from the beach. Frankly speaking, it's easy walking distance, without a doubt. Let's take a look at this. So it looks like you're living in a HOA community. Each one of these individual towers is a residence. This particular residence has, put out this cement flooring right here in their little corner, their little enclave. They got a little. Now you're going to notice polished cement is something that's very common. They have that going on right here. Here's their grill area. They have a little wet bar right there. It's perfect for the cooking. You got your table over here. Goose Island. So I think these folks are originally from Canada, the current owners. One, the color, and two, they're also divers. And two, it's just a feeling. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, Muskoka, Georgian Bay. Yeah, I think I'm hitting it. And there's your there's your Canadian flag. But look at that view. Let's go back one real quick. See, this is from your kitchen and dining area. There's your view right there. Gorgeous. You see, these are for windsurfing and kite surfing, which is a very popular sport right here in the La Ventana El Sargento area. It's great for fishing, great for diving as well. You have Isla Ceralvo or Jacusto Island, um, right in front of the city, which is what this is right here. That's what you're looking at, which is phenomenal for fishing and diving, snorkeling. What is there? One, two, three. It looks like there's five, six. So a total of six of these buildings right here. And here it is a cul-de-sac. Okay. And you have all the parking here in front. And this is a great example. Here's the island, phenomenal Sea of Cortez views. All right. Looks like we've covered all the photos. Let's take a look at the description. Welcome to your slice of Baja paradise in El Sargento. 136 square meters, fully furnished home in a private 5-home community. Okay, 5. I don't know why I saw 6. This architecturally unique round design features a stunning palapa roof, creating a cool, breezy interior. The first level offers 2 ensuite bedrooms, while the upper level includes a master suite kitchen and dining area that opens to a balcony. A spiral staircase leads to a rooftop terrace with sweeping views of Ceralvo Island and the Sea of Cortez. Perfect for vacation or full-time living, and just minutes from restaurants, coffee shops, local services, and to top it off, the beach area, ideal for those seeking comfort, style, and adventure in one of the world's top kite and windsurfing spots. Book your tour today. We are ready. Are you? Look at that. Are you ready? They don't mention HOA fees, which I'm surprised because I'm expecting an HOA fee in this little community. I'm sure it's close to nothing. I mean, what are they offering for HOA amenities? You've got a walled gate. There might be some electricity that's common area electricity, and that's about it. I mean, we couldn't really see anything else. Let's see here. Let's go back to one of the finals pictures here. I don't think that there was really anything else that they're offering us. There's no security guard. I mean, yeah, what's going on, right? Okay, let's move on to the next one. So again, now we're back into the La Paz area, but this is just west of La Paz as you're leaving the city, passing the airport, and going down Highway 1, you will pass by an area called El Centenario. And this is it right here, El Centenario. This entire, community here is very well popular amongst the expatriate American and Canadian uh, folks that are looking to own down here. La Paz tends to be warmer than Todos Santos, than Cabo San Lucas, San Jose del Cabo, and because it's large, there's all the amenities that you could think of are right there. You've got great hospitals, lots of shopping for everything that you could possibly need. Even Carla and I many times find ourselves going to La Paz for something that we don't have down here in Cabo. But with that said, this area is up and coming. It's growing tremendously. You can still buy a lot in this area and build a custom home, but there is a lot of development going on here by individual developers building these single story, single level living homes, open floor plans, as you can see here with this one. 292, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,100 square feet. And you can kind of get a sense from this picture of the size of the lot. This is one corner here. I believe we have about another corner over here, and the line goes right through here. So you have a bit of a backyard and side yard over here. There's a better example. They beat me to it. And over here's La Paz. This is the city of La Paz over here. The airport's right about over here. See, from this bird's eye view, you could bring in vehicles here or bring in vehicles over here. I would probably bring in my vehicles on this side. Leave this more for entertaining. You could even put a little casita, another little home right here if you wanted to, and have it go in this direction. Like put a pool area that leads to the little casita. This is a very old Cardone cactus right there. Look at that. Man, that's been around for some time. They are a protected species here, so it's awesome that they left it on the property and built around it. That's really cool. This is an example of what you could do for a garage. Here's your rooftop deck with views. At night, I'm sure you can get some nice city light views of La Paz from there. That's gorgeous. All right. We're repeating pictures, so let's take a look here. Live the Baja Dream at Casa Pescador. This single level home blends comfort and potential on an expansive 800-meter lot. That's almost a quarter of an acre. One of La Paz's most desirable neighborhoods, featuring 2 master suites with walk-in closets and full ensuite bathroom, open concept living, a fully equipped kitchen, and ocean view rooftop with pergola, ready to enjoy and ready to grow, with the option to add a pool, enclosed garage, or casita just minutes from the beach and only 10 minutes to shopping. Peaceful, high growth area listed at 5.4 million pesos. Yeah, so again, you're noticing a trend here, guys. We're seeing a lot more of these properties really with Mexican owners or developers, and they're really looking to receive pesos. So they're really paying attention to what the exchange rate is for them. These are not per se resales from expatriates. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, Vela Costa Living, 235, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths. So where is this one at? East Cape. Oh, okay. So this is over in the La Ribera area. La Ribera, you may have heard me talk about this little town before. It's very small, and I mean very small. Like this marina is almost the whole size of the town. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's a very, very small town. You have this main road here and this split off road right here. This road will lead and take you to the Cabo Pulmo National Park, where you can do some amazing diving and snorkeling right down over here. Okay, which is phenomenal. And that's really only this drive from there to there, maybe at most 40 minutes, depending on the condition of the road. Can definitely be closer to 30 in that respect. So it's easy to get there, not too far at all. The beaches here are beautiful, uh, nice white sand beaches and great for swimming, just amazing. This is where the Four Seasons Costa Palmas is located, and the Costa Palmas residences, and now this amazing marina where you could own a parcel of land here and have your yacht right out in front, kind of like this guy here. I think there's some more homes at this point. This is an old satellite image. So this is a very up and coming destination, and it's only about an hour away from the San Jose International Airport. I'll give you a better sense with this. You connect to Highway 1 right along here, and you take Highway 1 down to the international airport here. They are going to be revamping this road and making it, right now it is one lane in each direction with just barely a shoulder, none in certain areas. They're going to make this a 2-lane road in each direction with a decent shoulder, in the same example that the current Highway 19 goes from Cabo San Lucas all the way to La Paz, and they're fixing that up. That's going to be happening sooner than later, is my understanding. And this is only going to make the La Ribera area really, really blow up. Now is the time to get involved in La Ribera if you're interested in something that is up and coming truly. This is it. I would definitely argue that. And this type of property, 235, 800, again, more than likely in pesos, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 800 square feet. It's not that large. It really isn't. But it's a great place to start in this area, and I believe you'll get your value for your money. Phenomenal fishing here. Not too far from Cabo Pulmo, as I mentioned. About an hour's away from the international airport. Upper floor, 2-bedroom condo with ensuite bathrooms perfectly oriented west to capture views. Floor to ceiling windows, frame golden sunsets and gentle rhythm of the water. The open layout features contemporary design and natural finishes. Turnkey ready with optional furnishing packages. An upgrade to a private rooftop is available, extending your living space into the open sky with panoramic views and endless sunsets. Vela is for those drawn to the water, to movement, to freedom. Work remote, host friends, or simply breathe. Here, the horizon belongs to you. 2-year developer financing available. I don't know if it's really financing. I'd have to double check it. Maybe it's payment plan while they build. They don't mention that. The HOA fee at $130 a month sounds extremely reasonable. However, we all know that once this is delivered into the hands of you, the homeowners, it's up to you guys on what services you use, how you ultimately maintain and keep this. So it could go lower. That said, it could go higher. It depends on you, of course, but that's how it is when you're buying a brand new property. But if the developer estimates based on current services $130 per unit, I mean that's realistic. It shouldn't change very much up or down. All right, let's move on to the next one. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We're almost about halfway done, if not more, at this point. Okay, so now we're in San Jose del Cabo. And again, San Jose is one of the 2 towns that make up the Los Cabos area. And Los Cabos is the name of the municipality. San Jose is just about a 20-minute drive or less from the international airport when you take the toll road. And I'm referring to the downtown area right here, the hotel zone, pretty much, because San Jose is all of this, right? So with that said, we're looking at a property that is located, okay, this is the Fonatur area, and the property we're looking at right here is found inside of this subdivision right off of Paseo de las Misiones. And what that means to you is that you can easily just come down this road right here and there is if you were to go left, you can head off into the Old Town San Jose area right here, which is phenomenal. This is the historic district. This is where you're going to find the art district as well over here to the side. Lots of shops and great restaurants to enjoy, as you can kind of see on my map here. Restaurants. And if you were to go down this road right here, this will take you to the East Cape. So if you're into fishing, you stay on this road right here. Sorry, surfing. You stay on this road right here, and you'll end up over at places, like La Fortuna, Nine Palms, Shipwrecks, which is phenomenal for surfing. If you make a right, you'll head on down to the hotel zone here, the immediate hotel zone, and you can make use. Keep this in mind, guys. Not all of these restaurants are mandatory all inclusive. You can make reservations for many of the restaurants here in the hotels, which is great. Number one. Number two, there's a whole bunch of other restaurants right along this road right here, which is phenomenal. And then when we get to this triangle right here, there's a great little park, more restaurants, swimming with the dolphins, more restaurants, more bars, and of course, you have your supermarket. So you have it all really super close by. And this beach is a beautiful, big, wide beach. I mean, it is great. If you like to horseback ride, go, hang out with the dogs. It's just a great, great little place. And if you don't want to go too far for surfing, Costa Azul Beach is right over here. And that's about maybe at most a 15-minute drive at most. I would argue that's including traffic, by the way, because you are going to find that right here at this little traffic circle, you have a confluence here of folks coming from the airport, folks coming from downtown San Jose del Cabo, folks wanting to come into San Jose del Cabo from Cabo San Lucas. So, I mean, it's quite a busy intersection. All right, let's take a look at this property. Located on a little hillside, it's a super well-kept little community. It's cute little boutique. This is your pool area. That is the color of the pebbling that they did. They wanted to make it look like a lagoon. It's not that. Why is it green, Cid? Is a question I get asked sometimes. It's like, no, that's not because it's dirty. It's not because it's dirty. It's clean, 100%. It's just the color that they gave the pebbles and the stuff like that. That's how they wanted it to look. So these are the original floors, kind of terracotta style, ceramic floors. You could choose to do an upgrade on this, remodel it a little bit, and it would definitely pay off. As you can see, the outside shows very well of this condo building, right? But when we go inside, you might say, hey, you know what? Let's repaint the door. Let's give this another finish. You could polish the floors actually and make them look really nice if you wanted to keep these. I probably would. But you can smoothen out, put some plaster on the walls, make that a little nice. So this is a potential fixer upper. You definitely have views of the Sea of Cortez here. I'll show you what this looks like. Yeah, upgrade these cabinets here, do some little work right here, try to get a good negotiated purchase price. And you'd be surprised, guys. Labor costs here is considerably inexpensive. I think the most expensive part would ultimately be simply getting materials. But a lot of these materials, again, we're talking plaster here. Maybe changing up if you really wanted to get a natural stone here for this, that'd probably be the most expensive thing. There's your views. City lights at night. All right, let's move on to the next one. So prices in pesos Again, 5.18 million pesos in this example. Discover the charm of Hacienda Los Cabos, a furnished two-bedroom, two-bath condo, perfectly located in the Fonatur area of San Jose del Cabo, just a short walk from the iconic Art Walk district, local cafes, galleries, and the stunning coastline. This residence offers a lifestyle of culture, convenience, and connection. Set within a peaceful community, this condo provides a comfortable setting whether you're looking for a vacation retreat, a full-time residence, or an investment in one of Baja's most desirable neighborhoods. Enjoy the ease of having everything you need close by. Dining, shopping, the beach, and vibrant local events, all just minutes from your door. I would agree. You know, this is an older build. Let's see if they show us when this was done. Year built 1999. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're going on 26, 27 years now. So with that said, um, it is what it is, and it is an opportunity for a remodel job here, making it look great. I mean, this building, obviously, that's everybody remodels their condos in here, which will eventually happen. These are definitely going to hold their price and go up. The location's off the charts. Again, the location, location, location. It's the number one rule in real estate. We cannot forget that. And that's what you're getting with this specific condo complex here. Here again, historic downtown San Jose, access to everything immediately. And by the way, if you were to go down this road in the other direction, again, here's a supermarket, Walmart, movie theater, Carl's Jr. It's all right here, just down this direction. So location, location, location. You got it all. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this is in Cabo San Lucas on the El Tizal hillside in a little community called La Cima. I would argue La Cima being one of the very first gated communities on the El Tizal hillside. This is probably the best bang for your buck that you're going to get. You know, dollar for square footage here on this one, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Especially when you see number one, location. So this is this little gated community right here. What you can't see is in this the rest of this lot right here is a big condo complex with condominiums that are ranging in the five to seven to $800,000 price point, right about right here, and they are gorgeous. They're currently being worked on, called Porto Novo. They're no longer for sale on the MLS, at least not at the moment. The developer has sold out two odd buildings, going on three. Those three buildings, and they're focusing on building those three buildings before they open up sales again. With that said, La Cima is located right here. This is all a paved road now. This is an old image. This road goes completely all the way up to and connects with this one. It makes a T, and all of this is paved all the way to this community. So again, location, location, right? You come out of your community here. All of this is paved road. You have a whole bunch of little um, plazas where you can find veterinarians, pasta and pizza restaurants, seafood restaurants. Here's another Cabo Grill. Here's a great little plaza where you can also find at least four more fine dining restaurants, Costco, their gasoline station, a 24-hour supermarket, all that right there. Remember, the community's right here. And you easily, boom, boom, to get to here, maybe 10 minutes, maybe less, really. And Walmart's right over here. And if just to give you a better sense of position, you can come down the road, hit Highway 1, and get into downtown Cabo within the same 10 minutes. Okay. Literally, boom, make it so fast. I feel like I'm John Madden. Boom. All right. So, yeah, let's take a look at this right here. This is a three-bedroom, three-bath, 1,600 square foot home for 265. So if you've been looking at everything, throughout this video, we've been looking at some stuff that's on the higher price range in other areas. Now, they did this very rustically. This is a polished cement floor. Maybe you don't like the design with this circular flower design thing going on. Maybe you don't like it. If you don't, easily fixed. We can put some tile over that, some natural stone. That's not a big deal. Something that we can fix on. And the beautiful thing about that is that you don't really have to deal with removing tile. Okay, they went with the polished cement, so it's easy maintenance, easy fix, easy change. They did the same thing here in the kitchen with this polished cement as well. So again, if you wanted to cover it up with something, easy fix. Now they did change the door. This is not the original door. They try to make the kitchen as wide as possible for their use. Is this the ground floor bathroom in here? This is where the bathroom is located, right there, that door. If it is, you got a full bath on the ground floor. So when you're thinking Airbnb, if you make use of the living room area as a sleeping area because you put in a bed, now you have a full bath on the ground floor. Okay, this is a separate area along the kitchen. If I can go back, let me see here. Right here, there's a door. Okay, there's a doorway. This will lead into the laundry room, not to be confused with this door. Okay, and that's what this is right here. Again, they went with the polished cement walls, trying to make it look kind of modern, minimalistic. But this is such an easy thing to fix or change or color or paint. Super easy. This is now the second floor. So you come up the stairs. These are wooden stairs, of course. Kept it simple. Now, this is an interesting, I'm sure this is probably off of the main bedroom, and they got this closet space in here in the bathroom. So this does give you access to the rooftop, and the entire rooftop is virtually the square footage of any one of the floors. Um, I mean, look at that. You do come up this right here, you exit, and you have all of this space. I believe you can put like a hot tub up there. Um, you also have the ability to, if there isn't already, they may have taken it out from what I could see. But they're used the developer made these with built-in like concrete sofas that they would be somewhere about right here, but they might have moved it out. Look at that. That's Land's End. You can't quite tell from this picture, but that's Land's End. This is where the Sea of Cortez and the Pacific Ocean meet. This is all of Cabo San Lucas, so it's like New York at night. From this rooftop, you can see all of the fireworks basically from one end of the Cape all the way to the other, from the Pacific all the way to the other end of the Cape. As I said, the Thompson, a Cape Hotel, the Cape, a Thompson Hotel, or the you can see the stuff that in Cabo del Sol. So it is a phenomenal view from that rooftop, and that's something that's not going to go away. And that's one of the reasons why I say it's great value for your money. 2019 build. They don't give us the HOA fees, but I don't believe that they're more than $200 a month here on average. All right, let's go on to the next one. Now, this is a condo almost across the street from where we were looking at just now. So we were looking at this community right here. Okay. And by the way, to finish up on that one, the common areas here include these pools, and you would use the pool. They call these clusters. Like this is one cluster right here. This is another cluster. This is another cluster, and that's another cluster of homes. And everybody uses their corresponding pool within their cluster, right? So in this example, we're looking at right across the street. This is the main entrance right here. You can even see a little entry arrows and ingress and egress. But right across the street is this building. Okay. It's almost kitty corner, right? In this building, this is called Cabo 10. Cabo 10 is made up of 10 condominiums, 3 per floor and 1 on the very top rooftop area, where you also find your common area amenities. And that's where these pictures are taken from. As you can see right here, this is from the pool's about right here. If you're standing, whoever took this picture, you're literally standing, and that's what you see. Land's End and all of Cabo San Lucas, which is great. This condo is clearly a resale, and you're going to find that these are fully furnished the majority of the time when you do a resale. So what you're seeing right now is more than likely everything you get. It's all included for 219, two bedrooms, two bath, 1,000 square feet. Now, one thing I have to point out, this is a two bedroom, two bath, but what you're looking at right here, I don't know if you could tell, but right here, you could extend the wall across. This is a closet. You do have a window right here. You could turn this into a third bedroom. What is currently right now like a little study den area could become, again, right here, you build a wall directly across, you follow this line, and you add a door, and boom, right there. See, again, this is perfect right here. You can see that square. You can add a door, finish up the wall, and now you have a third bedroom, private third bedroom. I kind of like it as the two bedroom, however. Two full baths. That's the master bedroom. You know, it's cute. It's charming. And let's go back real quick. So this is the common area rooftop. You have a little barbecue area right here, obviously little table, and this is your view from the barbecue area. So imagine hanging out, cooking up some steaks, and there's your view. Here's your pool area with a view. Look at that. And you know what's nice about this is that all of this is already built up in front. So you know exactly what you're getting. And this is the condo itself. So it's the third floor. There's only one other condo above it, and then you have the common area. All right, let's go. Vacation rental or starter home introducing Cabo 10 Condo 301, a stylish condo in the sought after El Tazal corridor of Cabo San Lucas. This boutique development of just 10 units is in the heart of it all. Featuring two bedrooms, two baths, the condo offers ceramic tile floors, mini split AC, laundry area, and a modern kitchen. Enjoy premium amenities, private parking, community pool, and panoramic rooftop terrace. HOA is only 3,500 pesos, approximately $180. Pet friendly, ideally located just minutes from Walmart, Costco, downtown Cabo, and the main Medano Beach. With top schools, restaurants, and services nearby, a perfect blend of comfort, value, and location. And yeah, well, that's it. They've already told us what the HOA fee is on that one. All right, let's move on to the next one. And this will be our last one, guys. Thank you so much for joining me as we wrap it up with this one, Palma Blanca. Now, Palma Blanca, I think, is a really great value as well. And I'll tell you why. As we look at the map right here, okay, so the Pedregal, you see this line right here? As we look south, all of this is the Pedregal. And it's known as the premier gated community of Cabo San Lucas. It's like a lot of folks kind of dub it the Beverly Hills of Cabo. Direct access to the marina. I mean, you just exit right here. Here's one of its entries. Access right out to the marina, if you would. Here's another one. But this is not found inside of the Pedregal. It's literally found pressed up against it. This right here, this little plot map you see right here, this map, this little lot right here, this polygon, this is what makes up Palma Blanca's footprint. And you come down this road and down this street right here called Calle Libertad, which literally runs parallel to the Pedregal property line, literally. And boom, you come around this traffic circle, you have Casa Martin, which is a phenomenal restaurant. There's a great new Mexican food restaurant right here, traditional Mexican food. It's great. There's also an Argentine street food restaurant right here on this corner, a seafood restaurant. So you literally, right from there to there, you have Mexican food, Argentinian food, seafood, Casa Martin's high-end food, and there's more restaurants right here, right on this street. It's a phenomenal location. One could walk into town if they wanted to, or do an easy Uber ride, which is what I would recommend, because you are on a slope here and you're on the high end of that slope. And that's another reason why I like this property, is because of the view. You cannot get a view like this. I mean, look at this, 255,000. This is Palma Blanca right here. You have outdoor guest parking right here. This is the gate. Underneath is your private parking. So it's sheltered, covered parking. I believe you even have a storage room that may come with this as well. We'd have to confirm that. Elevator will take you all the way to the rooftop. There is a gym. There is a pool. Okay. It's just great. Total of 4 floors with rooftop. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Here's your common area roof. And look at that. Look at that view. For 255, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. And you're in Cabo, baby. You know, a lot of folks sometimes think that going outside of Cabo San Lucas is going to be less expensive. Well, you've just seen for yourself in this episode from $200,000 to $300,000 how we're looking at stuff in La Ribera. We're looking at stuff in that same within the $200,000 to $300,000 price point. This is 1,246 square feet. Okay. Now they might be counting a balcony in there. We'll confirm it right now. But still, in this example, I mean, look at this. Your master bedroom has these amazing views. Look at that. You're lying in bed, you wake up in the morning, there's your Y. That is a gorgeous view. At night, again, the city lights view and the fireworks. This is the gym area right here. There's your gym. Palma Blanca. So you're looking at about right here. What was it? 255. They must have dropped the price because this is 265, 250. So is it this one? Is it that one? Which one is it? Oh, and by the way, if we go back to that real quick, this is a penthouse. It has its own private rooftop from here to here. This is its own private rooftop with direct access from the interior of the condo. Okay, and that is pretty cool. This corner unit, $530,000. Unit 113. All right, so if we go back to this, it's this one. It looks like they dropped the price on it, guys, because this is still showing 265. They just dropped it to 255. These are the last 2 ground floor condos, and this is the only one left up there as a penthouse. Let me know if you're interested in something like that, guys. This is a great way to end the video for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Can I Find Something I Love Within My Budget? My name is Cid Chacon. I am your real estate Sherpa, helping you make sure every step you take is a solid one as you go down that journey to finding your ideal property in Baja Sur. Thank you again for joining me. I'd love to share more, but I'm not sure if you're following. Make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell and not miss any of our future episodes, guys. Thank you again for joining me on this one, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.